Hi there. In November 2008, when Pluto was going into Capricorn, I predicted that we were going to see transparency, that we were going to see things that had been kept secret for a long, long time become transparent, come out into the open. And just 2 years later, that prediction is coming true. Look at WikiLeaks. Look at what's happening. All this information being unearthed and now being transmitted around the globe. And with Julian Assange at the centre of this right now, having, just as I'm doing the video today, just been released on bail of £240,000. He has over 3,000 hackers working to bring down now organisations who are stopping hosting their services. Amazon, Europe, this weekend went down for over half an hour. Now they've said, oh, it was just a hardware issue. Really? They are pledging now to bring down the likes of MasterCard, Visa, anybody who has stopped their services. But not only that, so we've got this issue again of wanting to go against governments, structures, people to stifle our freedom of speech. This is very much the issue of Pluto in Capricorn, bringing things out and disrupting the structure. And national security really not happy about this, whatever. So there's a fight going on. And now it gets even more interesting. Just a day or so ago, we have now a splinter group coming out of this with an ex-colleague of Julian Assange's now saying his ego's getting too big and we're going to start OpenLeaks. They're not transparent in themselves. You see, this is all going to be about transparency. Instead of now revealing the whole thing and putting themselves at risk, which is what Julian Assange did, this group is going to feed little tidbits of dribs and drabs to the media and allow the media then to get everything out there into the public, and then they won't be the people that are then blamed for it. So, and even these hackers, they're all hiding behind their screen names. So who is transparent? Where is this transparency going to come? All I can tell you is that with Pluto in Capricorn and with this cardinal climax now really beginning to show itself more in the world. How is it showing itself? Well, particularly we've had these oppositions of Uranus and Saturn. Saturn being the authorities and Uranus being the people wanting to rebel against authority, wanting to fight against authority. Look at the riots that's been happening in the UK just recently and the spontaneous attack on the royal couple. This is the beginning of the attack on the ruling classes by the people, where the people are going to come in uprisings. Uranus coming into Aries next year, beginning of next year. And Aries is the sign of revolts and uprisings. And I'm telling you now, my prediction is, and I've been making these predictions for the last couple of years now, that we are going to see much more anger, vigilance going on with people about our authorities. Look at the banks. The banks had billions of dollars of bailout funds because they were too big to fail. Now what happens? They're posting the biggest profits ever. They're still giving themselves bonuses. And yet we've got greater unemployment than ever. There's something really wrong here, folks. There's this pull, this schism between the haves and the have-nots that's growing larger and larger, and we are going to see more and more fighting around the world. We've seen riots all over in Greece, in Ireland, in the UK. It's coming. The Tea Party movement in the US. It's with us. But I wanted to be able to tie it in for you with the fact that governments is happening in governments. We will see a mirror image happening in our own lives, in our personal lives. And I felt real urgency to communicate with you that because of these aspects that are coming up and that we're going through, for you to be very, very vigilant about your privacy and your personal security. On social networking sites, Twitter, Facebook, be careful what you post on these sites. Be careful, don't tell everybody you're going away for a couple of weeks, because chances are when you get back you may have had a robbery. Be careful about internet banking. Think about what you're doing if you are paying for things by credit card on the internet. Be aware that Visa, MasterCard are under threat now. These companies, PayPal, none of us know how it's going to play out. So all I can say is be observant. Be careful who you give information to about your finances, your job, your relationship. Be careful who you respond to. Everything now, what felt like it was secure will feel as though the rug is being pulled from under you. I just felt this was really important for me to communicate this, that you have an alertness, that this is all going on around us, and it looks like it's governments, and it is governments and structures, but they're being targeted, and much more is going to be unearthed. A great deal more is to come out of this, so please be aware and start to make sure that you protect yourselves before it starts to get any worse. Thank you very much for listening. I'll be back soon. Bye for now.